Hello and welcome back to Busyman Reviews. This episode opens with Zeke, or should I say Z, as only half of him remains. Anyway, as Zeke lay there waiting to die, we see a young girl looking at him, which I'm not going to spoil who she is in this video. Then we see a Titan approaching Zeke's remains, and tears open its gut and puts him inside, which probably means that Zeke will be saved somehow. I loved it when everything went silent on the screen to show us what Zeke felt like in his final moments. Sometimes silence is more powerful than having a background music. Back in Shiganshina, Yelena meets with Commander Pixies, and we learned that he gathered all the officers who drank the wine laced with Zeke's spinal fluid inside its walls. Not only because she ordered him to do so, but also because the district has been evacuated from civilians in preparation for the test rumbling, and so even if they turn into titans, at least the people will be safe. Yelena told Pixies that it was a mistake not to trust Zeke and to detain the volunteers. And he was like, wow, you don't say. Yeah, trust the people who gave us wine laced with Zeke's spinal fluid from day one. Yelena pointed out that if they did not detain Zeke and let him meet with Eren once he arrived at the island, the world would have been saved by now. Pixies was surprised and said that he thought that the plan was to save Paradis, but we all know by now that was a lie. Yelena ignored Pixies and went on and said that since Zeke is the god meant to save the world and they tried to kill him, they deserve his wrath. Yelena once again proves that she's a true fanatic, and that maybe is the creepiest thing about her. We also learned that Yelena, in a classic Marleyan fashion, separated the military into three groups by using armbands of different colors. White for the Jaegerists, red for the people who were forced to cooperate after ingesting the wine, and black for those who were exposed without having an idea of what was going on. I loved how Pixies pointed out the hypocrisy of Yelena, since she claims that she hates Marley, yet used one of their favorite tactics. Also, could someone please wipe that smug smile off of her face? Yelena then goes to see Armin and Co in their prison cell and calls them the heroes of Shiganshina. John accused her and Onion Capone of scheming to destroy Marley using the founding titan, as Nicolo lashed out at Grier, his co-workers at the restaurant who sold him to the Jaegerists. Grier went on and throws a racist rant where he insulted Sasha and the Eldian race, and it seemed like he will never stop until Yelena shot him in the head, and in her twisted way, she presented her cold-blooded murder as an act of respect towards Eldians. Yelena then told them the real plan, the euthanasia plan, which left Armin in tears as he was moved by the fact that they had noble intentions from the start. However, John pointed out that by time all the Eldian will grow old and weak and will be unable to defend themselves against enemies. And although Yelena said that this is why maintaining the ability to initiate the rumbling is crucial for the plan to succeed, I doubt that there is a gaping hole in the plan. Now Historia will give birth to a child who supposedly will inherit her beast titan at the age of 13, given that he doesn't die or get killed. And with Zeke taking away the ability to reproduce from all Eldians, that means that this child will be the last subject of Ymir from royal blood to inherit a titan, which means that after roughly 26 years, the ability to initiate the rumbling will be lost. Anyway, Yelena did not give any guarantees to them, and went on to talk about how the Jaeger brothers will go down in history as gods after saving the world from the threat of titans. Before Yelena arrives at the prison cell, John made a very good point to Armin and Mikasa when he said that Eren must have hurt them on purpose. Yes, John, that is exactly my point. We then move to another prison cell and see Eren visiting Gabby. I love that he refers to her as the brat who killed Sasha. So it turns out that he knows that Marleyan warriors has infiltrated Paradis when they found footsteps of titans, and that is why he kept Gabby alive, so he can use her to send a radio message to flush out the warriors. But surprise, surprise, Peak enters the room disguised as a Survey Corps soldier and takes down the guard, and we see how badass Eren has become when he doesn't even flinch when she points a gun at his head. Instead, he intimidates Peak, who as we know is very smart. So to avoid a miscalculated encounter with Eren, she lies to him and says that she wants to join him. And as Pixies told Yelena once before, the best lies are the ones mixed with the truth. And that is exactly what Peak did here. We saw her saying that she joined join the warrior program so her father can have access to medical care, and told Gabby that Titan powers in battle will soon be obsolete, and that could mean the end of Eldians, which is all true. Anyway, Peak asked Eren to go with her on the roof so she can point out all of her colleagues, and Eren took some safety measures by chaining Gabby's wrist to hers to make sure that she wouldn't transform into a Titan and eat him, because if she did, Gabby will die. Eren also sent word for the military to get ready for battle when he finds out the location of the Marleyan warriors. While Peak were passing by the hall full of soldiers, she said hello to everyone, and as usual, Peak's courtesies turns out to be something else, and this time it was a signal to Galliard, who was also disguised as a soldier and hiding at plain sight. On the roof, Eren was joined by Yelena and was standing there ready to transform in case Peak decided to betray him. And when he asks Peak to show him the enemy, she turned and pointed at him. And the same time we saw Galliard's jaw titan emerging from the floor trying to eat Eren, who barely evades his jaws and immediately transforms into a titan. So that explains the title of that episode, Above and Below. So below was Galliard's attempt on Eren's life, and above was the Marleyan air invasion, which signals the beginning of their surprise attack on Paradis to avenge Liberio and retake the founding Titan. And as expected, we end up on a huge cliffhanger, one that is not only teasing another Eren vs Reiner fight, but also the final encounter between Marley and Paradis. What a way to end up a fantastic first part of the final season of Attack on Titan. I loved every episode of it, none felt like a filler, and all the action and reveals were utterly amazing, and that is what makes Attack on Titan epic. MAPPA announced that Part 2 will be coming this winter, which could be December 2021. But I can't wait to know what will happen, so I'm going to read the manga to be honest. Will you do the same or wait till you get Part 2? Comment below and let me know. We will also be reviewing Prime TV's Invincible on a weekly basis, so stay tuned for the first review. And as always, if you enjoyed the video and want to watch further Busy Man reviews, give us a like and hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and see you soon with another video and another Busy Man review. Until next time.